Hello, this is Mr. Cox's Science and Animal channel. I'm going to do a series venturing off into the possibility of what we might call extraterrestrial life. First of all, let me say that most scientists, again, there's some that venture off from this, but the overwhelming majority of scientists believe, let me put it better this way, believe is not a good word for that, theorize, or they think according to the theories and the data that they have, the observations that we have, and the laws that we know of, that it is highly improbable, therefore I sound like Mr. Spock from the original Star Trek series, it's highly improbable that intelligent life from a distant star system would be traveling to Earth. Why do they think that? Why do they, looking at the data, why is that what they come up with? Let's put it that way. The distance to other star systems is vast, ridiculously vast. Or, as some people from some other countries might say, and as they said on one of the episodes of Seinfeld, vast. It's very vast, very far across, just from one star system to the other. Then it gets even ridiculously farther apart from galaxy to galaxy. But just going to our nearest star system is something on the order of approximately 4.7 light years. I've heard a little difference in that lately, but I was always taught 4.7, and that is pretty close. 4.7 light years to the nearest star system from our star system that we call the Sun. If beings could travel at the speed of light, and we presently have no indication that that is ever a possibility, let me say this, that if something could travel at the speed of light, it would be energy. There's some hypothetical thoughts about things called tachyons that might go faster than the speed of light and those type of things, but here you're talking about ridiculously small subatomic particles. These are not something that life could travel in. It's too small for life to exist at that level. In fact, life is made up of atoms and molecules that are made up of things ridiculously, I'm using that word a lot tonight, numbers of subatomic particles to make up each atom and each bit of energy, etc. I don't want to go too far off of that because I'm given to going off on side trails. But yes, light and energy. Light is a type of energy. And matter are all closely related. Matter and energy, under certain conditions, can change back and forth into each other, and energy or light, which is a type, can be seen both as a wave and as teensy beensy particles, which would probably actually be made of energy packets, but let me not divert farther from that. Let's save that for another topic, if we go delving off into quantum physics and string theory and things like that. But the distance is so vast. Even if you could travel at the speed of light and survive, which we know of no way that could happen, then it would take 4.7 years for us to travel between Earth and the nearest star system other than our sun. Furthermore, we're finding out that once you get outside of the solar system, one of our Voyager craft just recently hit, it's not literally a wall, but it was almost like hitting a type of a wall I had to penetrate. Again, it's not really a wall, I understand that. But our sun, the energy from our sun called the solar wind, pushes back the whatever, without going off into detail on that, the space itself is made of, and the material in space, molecules, energy, etc., pushes it out to this envelope surrounding it, way outside of the distance of where we would even pass Pluto. And I know that Pluto used to be considered a planet, now it's no longer considered a planet, but I'm just throwing it out there as one of the farther out planet-like objects, so way out past it. The Voyager actually found resistance going through that barrier, let me put it that way. And outside of that barrier, it seems that things get a little more, and she's kind of coining terms here, but a little syrupy compared to traveling inside the solar system. No, I'm not saying that there is literally syrup out there, but I'm saying that the inside our solar system is much easier to travel than the packing of space-time outside of our solar system. So we're not even sure that we could travel in any type of spacecraft that we know of. So let me end this. I'm going to try to keep this short. End this here, and we'll follow up with some other videos, some other podcasts, however you want to put it, talking about this. But it's highly unlikely that intelligent life could get here from another star system. When you get beyond that 4.7 light years, most of the star systems are way farther than that. Tens, hundreds, thousands of light years away from us, if not farther. So I will catch you in another video. This is Mr. Cox with science fiction, where it meets real science.